Aitzquachil, good morning, and welcome to the Daily Sovereignty Briefing. Hauhitan is my hereditary name, Aaron Thomas is my English name, and today I'm covering historic land returns, breakthrough tribal healthcare, and major moves for data sovereignty. Here's what you need to know. According to National Native News, California has approved a historic $25 million for the second largest tribal land return in state history. The State Water Resources Control Board approved financing to help the Quartz Valley Indian Reservation purchase nearly 40,000 acres of ancestral lands. This secures the Scott River headwaters in the Klamath River Basin. This is going to help restore salmon streams and forests and drinking water, all back to tribal management. So this is a great story. Reclaiming this land solidifies the tribe's inherent right to permanent environmental stewardship, despite past opposition from logging interests and local agricultural users. And another story today, according to Penn LDI Research Updates, a new medical study shows that traditional food can dramatically improve health outcomes in tribal communities. The Navajo Nation Traditional Meal Program trial reduced emergency health care and hospitalization risks by roughly half for heart failure patients compared to standard diets. This directly targets food insecurity and financial stress by relying on ancestral agriculture rather than Western medicine systems. And according to NPR and All Things Considered, Utah's Pioneer Day commemorations confronted historical truths this year. The state's largest public holiday featured unprecedented state-level public acknowledgments of historic massacres perpetrated against local Native populations. Tribal leaders say true healing requires public acknowledgement, ensuring sovereign indigenous narratives. These are the ways we portray, were accurately taught, and should have been taught in public education systems. And according to CBC Igalik, the Inuit Circumpolar Council's 15th General Assembly officially kicked off, and Iqaluit, multinational Arctic indigenous media representatives and cultural leaders are meeting to establish a cross-border strategy for defending television broadcasting protections and Arctic heritage documentation. Meantime, regional sports commissions are working to protect youth athletic funding from unregulated digital prediction software targeting communities. And according to Muscogee Media, the Muscogee Creek Nation has officially passed Resolution TR 26045, creating a digital infrastructure and data sovereignty task force. Passed by 12-3 vote, this permits the tribe to bypass corporate monopolies, own its own fiber optic lines, and protect reservation broadband data. Now, providing digital workforce equity across the nation. Wow, that's a pretty big story there. And according to NAFOA and reporting from Indians.com, leaders from Native American Finance Officer Association concluded legislative meetings in Washington, D.C., lobbying Congress to advance the Tribal Tax and Investment Reform Act. If passed, this legislation would eliminate federal tax code inequities, giving tribal governments the same authority as states to issue tax-exempt municipal bonds for community projects. And according to the Center Square, major outlets are analyzing California's newly signed Assembly Bill 2018, authored by Assembly member James C. Ramos. The law eliminates restrictive, high-risk bureaucratic hurdles that historically slowed down missing person DNA tracking and data utilization across the state. And in our weather forecast, according to the National Weather Reports and tribal notices, severe heat warnings and lightning clusters continue to threaten rural power grids in the northern plains and southwest. And in Canada, displaced wildfire smoke continues and has prompted air quality advisories requiring elders monitoring protocols. Now, looking ahead, away from the weather and going into some events going on around Indian country, the NAFOA Fall 2026 Financial Conference agenda is now live, focusing on clean energy tax credits and self-determination contracting codes. Please be on the lookout for other major events, especially the one happening with National Congress of American Indians is happening in October right here in Palm Springs, California here in the hot desert. That's it for today, Tuesday. So yeah, we're having a great time today. Please continue to watch and monitor these briefings. If you found this episode informative, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Your support helps me bring these important stories every week. You can find this podcast wherever you get your other podcasts. So again, Haichka, or Achama, as we say here in Korea. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time on a great show, the Daily Sovereignty Report.